In the Espiritismo tradition, a spiritual practice rooted in Latin American, Mesoamerican and Afro-Caribbean beliefs, the Bóveda Espiritual is a sacred, transformative space. This space is dedicated to connecting with ancestral spirits and spiritual guides to receive healing, guidance, and protection. Within Mara Palumbra's esoteric system, the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado represents a powerful fusion of spiritual traditions, serving as a unique source of insight and strength for the Palumbrista. The Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado, meaning crossed or fused, reflects the integration of multiple traditions, uniting elements from various practices to create a potent bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. This sacred altar typically includes a collection of glasses filled with water, arranged on a white cloth or table in a quiet area of the home. The water acts as a conduit or portal where spirits can reside or make their presence known, facilitating communication between the physical and spiritual realms. For a Palumbrista, the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado is a sacred space for communion with ancestors and spiritual guides. Setting up the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado begins with a simple altar, typically featuring a white cloth, several glasses of water, and a white candle. Each glass represents a spiritual being or specific intention. As the Palumbrista deepens their bond with the ancestors, additional elements may be added, such as photos of deceased loved ones, flowers, icons of saints with whom they have formed a connection, crosses, and other symbols relevant to the tradition they practice. The water in the glasses is frequently refreshed to keep it energetically clean, as water is believed to absorb and transform energies. Candles are lit to bring light and illuminate the way for the spirits. Through prayers and invocations, the Palumbrista invites spirits to make their presence known and to share their wisdom. Working with the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado in the Mara Palumbra way requires consistency and respect. Regular communication with the spirits through prayer, telepathic contact, meditation, and offerings allows the Palumbrista to form a close relationship with their spiritual ancestors and personal guides. This work is not only a way to connect with spirits, but also a method for creating a safe space where spiritual healing and guidance can take place. One of the most potent aspects of working with the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado, as practiced in Mara Palumbra, is ancestral healing. This process addresses traumas carried by the Palumbrista from previous generations, resolving them to allow energy to flow freely between the Palumbrista and their ancestors, strengthening collaborative power. Through regular connection and special healing ceremonies, including esoteric shadow work with the ancestors via the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado, the Palumbrista can relieve and transform these traumatic energies. Prayers, meditation, and rituals help heal deep-rooted wounds and traumas in the bloodline. Ancestral trauma healing eases burdens from past generations and breaks negative patterns, creating a space to make peace with the ancestors and forgive past transgressions. This healing helps the Palumbrista release old blockages and welcome new energies. Receiving support and healing from the ancestors empowers the Palumbrista, enhancing their self-awareness and enabling them to walk the path of sorcery and spiritual growth with greater strength. A significant benefit of working with ancestral spirits through the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado is the spiritual support and potential for magical collaboration. As the relationship with the spirits deepens, the Palumbrista may invite ancestors to participate in ritual work and magical practices. This strengthens the potency of rituals and offers protection against negative energies. Ancestors provide a shield of protection for the Palumbrista, helping to repel impure energies or harmful entities. They also share wisdom and insights into specific life questions and spiritual challenges. The ancestors become powerful allies in magical rituals, combining their energies with the Palumbrista to amplify intentions and resolve situations for both the practitioner and others. The Palumbrista gains access to limitless possibilities to influence time and space to create healing, manifestation, and protection. If necessary, they can also take defensive actions against threats to the Palumbrista's life or their loved ones. Such actions are always bound by a code of inner integrity, guided by truth. As balance is crucial, Those who act with aggression risk receiving it in return. In the Mara Palumbra esoteric system, the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado is fundamental. Each Palumbrista has a personal Bóveda, expanding it as their spiritual journey deepens. In this system, the Bóveda not only works with ancestors, but over time also incorporates certain saints, self-realized sorcerers, archangels, and even primal deities, allowing for a fusion of diverse spiritual traditions. This integration of various divine and spiritual energies enhances the Bóveda's power and scope, offering a multidimensional network of spiritual support and inspiration. The Palumbrista may combine elements from Western magic, such as tarot, divination, astrology, folk magic, and ceremonial magic, with Eastern magical practices like talismans, amulets, and protective symbols. These objects serve to protect against negative energies, misfortune, and foster luck, health, or spiritual insights, providing a vast array of tools. Influences from Latin American and Afro-Caribbean traditions, including ancestral veneration, add a rich blend of protective, healing, and transformative energies. Witchcraft, shamanism, plant medicine, sacred animals and totems, natural elements and offerings, transformation and cleansing rituals, curanderismo, traditional shamanic healing, magical music, and dance further contribute to the fusion. Ultimately, these diverse energies within the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado coalesce into a sacred union, granting the Palumbrista access to a unique and powerful spiritual matrix that respects and draws from all these traditions. Working with the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado brings the Palumbrista to a place of deep connection and strength. It is more than a practice of reverence and healing. It is a way of life rooted in respect for the spirits and spiritual beings that support life and magic. The benefits include profound personal transformation, as consistent interaction with the spirits builds an intimate relationship that helps the Palumbrista grow personally and spiritually. The Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado assists with karma resolution and the release of blockages, helping to find forgiveness for the past, both for oneself and one's ancestors. Its strong magical foundations provide a stable base for ritual magic, as the spirits support and intensify the Palumbrista's intentions while protecting the practitioner. The Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado is central to the path of the Palumbrista, offering a journey toward inner healing, self-knowledge, and finding balance between the physical and spiritual worlds. It provides insights for emotional and spiritual challenges. Alongside the Bóveda, when a Palumbrista has a strong connection with personal guides, they may also work with the spirit pot, a form of necromantic practice that deepens the connection with the dead and primal deities. This topic, however, is reserved for another time, where the profound nature of necromancy and the union of working with the dead and primal forces can be explored in greater depth. In conclusion, the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado is a sacred altar, a space of transformation, and a bridge to the spirit world that aids the Palumbrista in walking their spiritual path with strength, respect, and awareness. Building a strong relationship with ancestors and spiritual guides opens doors to spiritual healing, protection, and magical growth. For the Palumbrista sorcerer, the Bóveda Espiritual Cruzado serves as the foundation for a life of magic and mysticism, grounded in ancestral wisdom.